As far as years and weather go, I think we can all agree 2024 got a little weird. It was marked off by a lot of extremes. Some of us saw too much heavy rainfall. Others of us saw entirely too many wildfires, and that had big impacts here at home in San Diego, across the state of California, the country. But I want to start off with the big stuff that impacts all of us around the world, and that is 2024, officially the hottest year on record that we have ever seen. Now, all these lines represent years. You have average way down here, all the little U's in white in between the 1800s up to the present, and then way at the top, that's where you find 2024, 1.5 degrees above that average. That's a little bit under 3 degrees Fahrenheit, which may not sound like a lot until you realize that for every single degree, every fraction of a degree that you warm the world up, you're adding energy into the environment, into the atmosphere, and that energy can and has been turning into more natural disasters. This is a graph showing all the billion-dollar natural disasters the U.S. has seen over the past few decades. That was barely being recorded back in 1980, but you get closer to the present, that number skyrockets. Then in 2024, we saw 24 of those big billion-dollar disasters that caused 418 deaths in the U.S. alone. Economic damage estimated around $61 billion, but keep in mind that's not including Hurricane Helene or Hurricane Milton, because that info isn't available yet. So you could probably add another $100 billion to that total. And with more big disasters happening much more often, it gives you less time to recover in between them. And here in San Diego, 2024 became record-breaking a little bit sooner than many of us may have imagined. It happened the morning of January 22nd. In between 9 and 11 a.m., you have 2 to 3 inches of rain coming down in the course of an hour. Many still recovering because more than 1,000 homes and businesses were damaged or destroyed by the floodwaters, and all of that led to nearly 200 water rescues just like the one that you see here. And so overall, San Diego picked up 2.78 inches of rain at the airport. That makes it the fourth wettest day San Diego has ever seen. And so with the rain coming down that fast, the National Weather Service says you should only expect to see a single hour that rainy in San Diego just once every 300 to 1,000 years. And that single hour had a big impact on San Diego's water year. Average just under 10 inches. San Diego picks up a little under 12.5 for 2024, but that single hour was almost a quarter of the rainfall and literally brought the water year from below average to above average. And so we start to see this trend of extremes, not only for San Diego, but also for the state of California. And this is a map from CAL FIRE showing every single fire they tracked for 2024, all 8,000 of them. In total, you have more than 2,000 buildings damaged or burned down entirely. And with 1 million acres of land burned, according to CAL FIRE stats, that puts 2024 in the top 10 wildfire years. The biggest one being the Park Fire. You can see the big plumes of smoke, so much land burning until more than 400,000 acres were impacted. That makes it one of the biggest wildfires that the state of California has ever seen, but it also fits into another trend we don't want to see, and that is if you take the 10 biggest wildfires in California history, 9 of them have happened in the past decade. And we're also seeing another unfortunate trend popping up for the hurricane season. But the hurricane season for 2024 got off to a bit of a slow start. So 11 hurricanes in total, that's pretty more or less typical for an Atlantic hurricane season, but we get above average when you have 5 major hurricanes. That is a Category 3 or above with wind speeds at least 111 miles per hour. You have Hurricane Beryl becoming the fastest to ever reach a Category 5, and scientists blame all of this on, you guessed it, the world getting warmer. It all ties in when you realize that in order for a hurricane to form, the water needs to be about 79 degrees, and when the temperature starts going up from there, it's easier to get hurricanes, and then they can be more intense when they happen. That's why scientists think that the warmer ocean water brought Hurricane Helene from a Category 3 to a Category 4 storm, and brought Hurricane Milton from a Category 4 to a Category 5. I want to show you what that difference looks like, because Category 3 is already bad enough. Remember, that's a major hurricane. If you live in a mobile home, more than likely destroyed. They're not built to handle that kind of wind. Large trees, power lines, blown down, causing blockages in the road. And then you have more than your fair share of major flooding. Then you bump it up to a Category 4. At that point, most of the houses on the block not doing as well as this one. Most of the roofs destroyed. Walls are going to be severely damaged, and you can also have 17 feet of storm surge. and that'll take your average street and turn it into a very tall and very fast-moving river. And then, by Category 5, the actual term the scientists use when they talk about it, catastrophic damage. So, on a lot of levels here, what we're talking about doesn't really feel all that encouraging. The world getting warmer, natural disasters getting more disastrous, but there is a little glimmer of hope. And some of those numbers are coming straight from the Department of Energy. That is the United States getting more than 20% of its electricity from renewables. Wind power, the top one around the country, and good news for Southern California, especially the home solar power, just like those solar panels you might have on your roof. That power generation is expected to jump up 75% just in 2025. Then we also have huge advancements in science at the Scripps Institution of Oceanography in La Jolla, right near San Diego. You had teams in 2024 taking one of the deepest deep-sea dives that humanity has ever gone on in order to study microbes that live down there that eat the greenhouse gas methane. So overall, sure, we might not be heading in the right direction yet, but with more investment from all of us and with more action, it's always possible to turn this around and make sure that 2025 is an even better year than 2024. Moses Small, ABC 10 News.